Good shit, good shit. Well,
It's been a month.
life has been
Life
entertaining.
lifed. Life lifed.
Yeah. So I know we were again, this is the fun bit of Lore Squire, talking about the different bits of lore and whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
And we started off with Warhammer 40K, which I know you've been doing a lovely deep dive of.
Mild
And
obsession. Mild obsession.
all of the orcs and ward blarglargs.
Yep. And last time we got through, I think we got through most of the major factions.
Yes.
Let's see. We got through the space. We got through the horny space elves. We got through the orcs. We got through all of humanity. So yeah, all that we got left are we got the Nids, the Tyranids. We have the
Yup.
Tau. We have all Chaos's bullshit. And we have the Necrons.
Yes, the space terminators.
So take your pick. Take your
Let's
pick.
start from let's start from what you started with.
So the Tyranids is what I started with.
Yes.
Do you remember
These are
how
the
you...
bug-like guys.
Yeah, they're the bug guys. They're fucking great.
Uh-huh.
Remember how I told you last time that, the Zerg in Star Trek were originally supposed to be Tyranids?
Yup.
Or not Star Trek. Why did I say Star Trek? Fucking...
Oh yeah, it's StarCraft.
Yeah, StarCraft. Fuck. I've been in the sun too much. But yeah. Yeah, I'm sending you a photo right now. Tell me this does not look like a fucking StarCraft monster.
Yeah.
That's a Tyranid.
These are,
That's one of the Tyranids.
you know what's funny? It's first time I ever played StarCraft. I was like, these guys seem very like Warhammer. Like I didn't know much about Warhammer, but they looked very similar to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, well, they originally were supposed to be.
Yep.
Which, I guess we might as well describe these motherfuckers. Tyranids are bugs. That's all they are. They are giant bugs. They have a hive mind. Not possibly more hive minds. We don't know. They came from a section of space that no one knows about. It's beyond the known space. And yeah, they're assholes. They just go nom nom nom.
Well, and it's like you I feel like you always got to have those one bit of bugs, and it's like I'm not sure if you've ever seen Starship Troopers,
Yeah.
but it's like Tyranids are like Starship Troopers, where it's like you got the big one, and then all the little peons, like they're bugs. What more do you want with?
Starship Troopers is probably the best way to describe the Tyranids. Because it's
See, I know
like
things.
the brain bug in, what was it, number 3?
No, Brain Bug was the number one.
No, I mean like the big like world brain bug, right?
I actually have never seen the third one.
I think it's in
Ooh,
number 3.
by the way, new Imperial Knights stuff is getting released.
I know the Chaos Knights. I'm so excited.
That looks pretty badass.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. We'll get the Chaos. But in number 3, there's a brain bug that like it controls everything. That's pretty much the Tyranids. You have the hive mind, but then all the smaller shit gets kind of funneled into bigger bug. So
Mm-hmm.
the Tyranids will swarm you. They'll have their little fucking Hornigants, which are one of their like I think they're the melee only units. I forget. But these bastards will stab you. Shit ton. Fuck, excuse me.
Bless you.
That was a burp.
I know. Still, bless you.
Fuck.
I know what I said, damn it.
Oh, crushed. So good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so these Hormigons, they'll fucking swarm you.
Hornigons?
Hormigons.
Hornigons?
Pretty much. They'll swarm you and try to eat you. But if you're like in a tank, they can't do much. There'll be a big ass fucking bug. Doesn't really matter what they are. Usually it's like a swarm lord, which is just a giant fucking thing with multiple fucking blades. I'll send you a photo of the swarm lord. It's literally just a big ass fucking bug with lots of arms and legs. And Swarmlord. But they'll swarm you. And unless they're in their kind of synaptic, like, I guess, the communication, they're very dumb. They're dumb as fuck. So you can run them over with the tank. If the big ass, like a Swarmlord's there, the Swarmlord knows that the Hormagaun's got to go on top of the tank and stab into the tank and rip people out of them.
So I do remember like playing one of the Warhammer games and playing the Tyranids, and it's like, you always have kind of like a lieutenant that needs to control all the little guys. It's like,
yeah,
when that head gets chopped, yep,
or else they just go and kill everything, including themselves.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking of like someone that's like a diehard Warhammer fan is gonna listen to this stuff and be like, "That's not right," and it's like, yeah.
Look, there are levels of amount of bullshit that I want to sift through. If you want accuracy, go watch Luton. If you want comedy over accuracy, go watch it. That's ridiculous. If you want just comedy and bullshit, that's us.
Yeah. Not useful at all.
No. There is, though, one subspecies of Tyranid, kind of subspecies-ish. It's called the Gene Stealers. This is where I'm like, Kelly, don't fucking join the call right now.
They happen. They
not
happen.
unless they find hatch.
Facehuggers do get thrown into screen.
Oh no, the killer closed hatch.
Or I
started.
What was the timing of that?
Oh, you better try and get a door open before that bar empties.
Did you know? Did you know I was going to say facehugger? Did you know? Bah!
So you just looked up Gene Stealers?
I'm actually looking at the Tyranids on Game Workshop's website.
Yeah.
Those guys are creepy looking.
Yeah, the Gene Stealers. So there's actually a Tyranid unit called the Gene Stealer.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is it acts like, alien. Just if the facehugger actually grew up to the alien, and the alien could facehugger you.
I'm actually like looking at one of these guys, and it's like there's 10-ish models in this unit, and one of them almost looks like it has like a Cthulhu beard like thing, and it's like, oh yeah, that's stuff of nightmares.
Oh yeah, they're stuff of nightmares. They're terrifying. But yeah, so what this Gene Stealer does, right?
Does it steal your genes? Does it prefer denim?
You know what's the worst part? Adeptus Ridiculous made that exact same joke in their podcast, and I don't want to continue on with the khaki conversation. So we'll leave it at jorts.
We'll leave it at jorts. Got it.
Yeah, we'll leave that at jorts. But no, so these motherfuckers, they'll get flung Mach 10 out of planet, whatever. Won't get noticed since they'll just think it's an asteroid. These fuckers will make their way into an undercity or into the hull of a spaceship.
Yeah.
They'll just wait. They'll wait and wait until they find someone unsuspecting. They'll somewhat hypnotize them so that they don't run away and, call the Imperial Guard. Or worse, the Inquisition. They'll tongue fuck them.
Nothing like a good tongue punch.
Yeah, except for this tongue punch gives you the worst form of AIDS ever known.
So they tongue punch you in the fart box to give you AIDS. Got it.
Not in the fart box, just in the vomit box. But yeah, no, they'll tongue fuck you. They'll, secrete their enzymes. And over time, it will subtly change you. And that's why I say it's like the worst form of AIDS on the planet. These bastards, the more you have sex, the more people you infect.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. And this happens for generations on generations. So they actually form these cults, right? And, first couple generations, you have serious mutations. So they just hide and go tongue fuck people. Whatever. But then you get to like the fourth and fifth generations, and they can pretty much pass for normal humans. Just,
Oh,
bald, might look a little weird, slightly blue, like, a little bit.
well, it's
bit too
40K,
off.
so
Yeah,
no one's gonna bat an eye at a person that looks blue.
they do, and then they look at the ogre and then go, whatever, and
Yeah.
walk off. They'll look at the cat person and go, that guy's weirder than the blue guy, and then walk off. While simultaneously beating shit out of the cat person.
Right.
But then eventually, this gene stealer cult, it psychically sends out signals to the Tyranids, one of the Tyranid swarms.
Okay.
That swarm will come and eat the planet.
Nice.
Yeah. So these bastards are terrible. But once the swarm is close, sometimes, years before, sometimes not, these gene stealer cult bastards will rise up and take over the planet in a violent revolution.
So it's like the ultimate like slow burn of ultimate takeover.
They are the slow burn. There is a stratagem in the game. It is literally called a plan generations in the making.
Sounds about right. And by the way, as you were talking about those guys, I came across the lovely Turvagon.
Yeah.
Or that thing just looks like it's birthing shit.
Yeah, the one that births like termagants. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing looks lovely.
Yeah.
That's good pet.
Yeah, if you want your pet to vomit other pets. Yeah, that's pretty much all about the Nids. Like, you got the gene stealers, they'll overthrow the government, whatever. Then you got the big, monsters. Like, if you love monsters, you love the Nids.
And then I feel like these guys, it's like they have no goal except just
It's consumed
eat
biomass.
everything.
It is consumed
Yeah.
biomass. It is eat anything edible because it fuels them and it allows them to create more.
That's all it is. Like, there's no crazy exotic history. It's like,
They're literally the Zerg. It's what the Zerg were based off of. But yeah,
Yep.
moving on. We got the Tau.
Yes.
Now, keep in mind, there are two types of Tau. There are two groups. The primary one, where people actually, sit there like, fuck these assholes, because they are assholes. The easiest way to describe them are...
They have a, before you keep going, do they have delicious Tao mein noodles?
Probably. But their Charles Manson he was a fish man with hooves and a psychic power.
Okay.
These bastards... Okay, so the main Tau group, the Tau Empire, what they do is they're led by these things called the Ethereals. The Ethereals have a, it's not quite mind control, but it is mind control. They influence your thoughts.
So that kind of reminds me of... So I'm not sure, I haven't finished the series yet, but the Mistbringer series that Brandon Sanderson wrote, there were people there that had powers to, they call it influencers, very straightforward, but what they can do is it's like they kind of push you in a direction, but it's like you can't go full ham with it, because if you do, that's how you get caught. But very, like, I know what you mean, like with they control minds, but they don't.
Yeah, they're very much, I'm going to push you in the way of my goal. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, it is your choice. You can choose not to. I'm just going to heavily influence that you do.
And by the way, side note with the gene
The gene
stealers, they do have like an actual like gene stealer cults. Like, I know what you mean now with like they just look like normal fucked up humans.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the Wild West gene stealer? There is a gene stealer that's like Wild West Shooty Man.
Hold on.
Gene Stealer.
Yes, Keller Morph.
Yeah. He's actually pretty cool. I kind of want him, but at the same time, I want to do my Orc army before I ever even touch a Gene Stealer army.
Orc.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. Continue with your
That is the
Tau.
main group of Tau. They are assholes. They're a rival empire, but they're too small to do shit.
Are they humans or no?
They're humanoid.
Right. No, I know they're humanoid. I didn't know if they were like
they're not
genetically
humans. They're
Okay.
not humans at all. They were a subspecies that like the Imperium at one point came across and they're like, they'll never fucking do shit. And then the Ethereals came sometime when the Imperium disappeared for a while. And then, in lore the last 500 years or so, they've been on the map again, but they're like millions of years ahead of where they should be.
Gotcha.
So like in fucking Mass Effect where you find a Prothean data disk and whatever, they're like, holy shit, we're gonna be, thousands of years ahead of time in tech due to this.
Yeah.
It's like a song. Yeah, that same concept.
Okay.
And just, live Prothean type shit. Yeah. So these ethereal bastards, they look like Tau. People think they're Tau. We don't know exactly. But they have like a slight mind control. But they claim it's for everything they do is for the greater good. And it's why they actually accept people from other groups.
Oh.
If an orc falls under their influence and doesn't want to kill everyone, which it's an orc, so it's unlikely, but it could happen, they'll accept the orc. There are humans with the Tau.
Ethereal. There's the Ethereals.
Yeah, it's the one I sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like they look at the feet. They have hooves. They have fucking hooves. Yeah, and they got a little slit in the eyebrows. It literally looks like they have a pussy on their forehead.
I can see that now. And I love how their mechs kind of look like Gundam.
Oh yeah. So then there's another group of Tau. So this group was like, we don't fucking like you, Charles Manson. We're getting the fuck out and doing our own thing. They're a little more warlike. So they fit a little bit better into the scene. They're called the Farsight Enclave. Fuck words. Farsight Enclave.
There we go.
Third time's a charm. Or fourth.
Hey.
Whatever, you're the math
Words.
guy. Words are hard. But yeah, so they act more like your normal empire, they're assholes. They'll accept people in to help. They'll accept people because, they've got such limited space, they want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
They don't manipulate shit though. They go to war and then they, besiege and win. That's, the main Tau groups in a nutshell. There is one subsect of Tau though. They're not actually Tau. They're called the Kroot. Like,
yes, I did see them. Krot.
Yeah, the little lizard men.
Yup.
These guys are cool. They're pretty much exclusively allied to the Tau. But when they eat, so they'll kill their enemies and they'll eat their enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And when they eat their enemies, their genetic material will be incorporated into their DNA.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so I don't know how much have you watched that time I got reincarnated as a slime?
Not yet.
Okay, so this won't make entire sense, but there's like, ironically, orcs. There's this group of orcs, right? And their main power is starvation, I think it's called. I forget exactly. I haven't watched it in like 3 weeks. But when they eat their enemy or their ally, they'll gain their experiences, their abilities, all that shit. Same concept. So like, if they fight off an orc wah and they eat a shit ton of orcs, these lizard people will grow. They'll get big. They'll get strong. But they'll get dumb as fuck.
You know what they say? You are what you eat.
Yeah. But like, if they eat a demon, we actually don't know what happens if they eat a demon. Demons kind of just disappear.
Like, do we even want to know? No.
Probably not. Probably not. But that's all I got on the Tau. They're a new empire. they're hit or miss with helping the Imperium, since the Imperium's like, we could get rid of you in a heartbeat, but you're kind of an entertainment and you're a buffer for us and some orcs, so we don't really care. At the end of the day, we can lead a hive fleet to you and we'll survive for an extra couple months before we can blow everything up. Like, that's the Imperium's view. They just don't care. They care if they attack, but they couldn't give enough of a shit to actually go and kill them.
That's great.
Yeah. So next, and this is the big one. This is the big one. Is the main bad guys of fucking 40k. It's
Wait,
Chaos.
there's actually a single bad guy?
They're all bad. We've been over this. Everyone is bad. But Chaos. Right. Chaos is, chaos. So remember how I talked about the warp? And how it's like the Force kind of ish.
Mm-hmm.
You know how in Star Wars the Force had like the 3 gods? Yeah, the one of balance, and then the good one and the bad one that tried to eat the galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah. So, within Chaos, you have the 4 runic gods, the runic beings, the gods of chaos.
Okay.
They're pretty much that Star Wars dark side. I try to eat the galaxy.
Makes sense.
Now, I will give them points. They are, they do have morals to them.
Very thin morals.
Very thin, but the idea is because everything feeds the warp. It's one of the ideas. The gods aren't, terrible. It's just because there's so much war. It's a fucking grimdark that they've become these evil bastards.
Okay.
So, the first one, my personal favorite, ironically, and one of the least shit disturby, yet still the most shit disturby, is Papa Nurgle.
Papa Nurgle.
Nurgle. So Nurgle is the god of decay. Papa Nurgle is literally the god of entropy.
Okay.
Where, Khorne, who we'll talk about in a bit, will kill you. He hated you the entire time, so he wanted to kill you anyways. Nurgle, he'll kill you, but he'll kill you to save you.
Like, this is for your own good.
Yeah, he'll infect you with a poison, but he's like, it could be worse. I could send my Death Guard. I could send my corrupted Chaos Space Marines.
Oh god, yep, that guy is definitely a sight.
Yep. So he's the god, the god of pretty much plagues. He does plague thingies.
Thingies.
He regularly throws plagues out into the universe just to see what happens.
Because I know you have like your Chaos Demons, Knights, Space Marines, Death Guard. Yep. So who would Nurgle fall under?
Nurgle
or all of them?
Nurgle is the Chaos God, right?
Okay, so just straight up.
Yeah, so his followers follow him, whether it's a lowly Imperial Guardsman that has turned to a cultist that follows him, whether it's his Nurglings, which are fucking adorable, I gotta send you Nurglings. They're actually really awesome. They're
adorable, and Warhammer 40k usually don't go to, in the same sentence.
I know. But they're weirdly adorable because they're funny.
It's a face only a mother could love.
Here, I'm sending you Sassy Nurgling.
Waiting.
Sassy Nurgling on top of a pile of skulls.
Ah, yes, those little guys. I think you showed me him before.
Probably. They're fucking awesome, though. So they're happy. All of Nurgle's subjects are always happy. Like, they're rotting from shit. Or they're zombie poxwalkers. But they're smiling.
Okay. It's...
Like, here's a note that I made. Because, like, a lot of, Nurgle's things they're bloated. They're pustuling. Postulating? Sure. They're pulsating. All their shit. Big fat things with many tentacles screaming happy little chants while they kill you.
It's like, you're going to die, but it's going to be at least happy and joyful.
Yeah. There's Nurglings, and they'll chant. They'll like happily chant shit while they fight. I forget what the chant is. I didn't bother to look it up. I should have. But like they'll happily chant. They will happily chant, and it's like, what the fuck? These happy little bastards. Or like Nurgle will send out he'll send out a pox and it kills you, but then it'll bring you back to life as one of his servants, because as you died, you probably gave your soul to him, right? So you
Probably.
just end the fucking suffering. And now you're a poxwalker, and you're literally a zombie.
Okay.
Yeah. But then there's another god, Zinch, Tzich, TZNICH.
TZ.
Pretty sure that's how you spell it.
Yeah. Close enough. TZEN. Two E's
E.
and TCH.
Yeah, but yeah, he is literally the god of change and fate. He is the fate leader.
Okay.
But yeah, we're say Nurgle, and they hate each other because say Nurgle, his good side is like he is finality. Your pain is ended. Everything ends with Nurgle. Zinch likes to take the fucking strands of the universe, pull them as far back as he can, and let him go and see what happens.
And I saw a picture of him. He looks like a joyous fella.
Yeah, is it the weird elder god one where he's got like many eyes and 4 arms?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has a weird obsession with birds. All his fucking demons are birds.
That's a weird chaos spawn.
Yeah. But he's also, where Zinch's change, he's also hope. Hope for a brighter future. Hope for, not to die. You'll still die, but you had hope at one point.
Your hope lasted all of 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, I gave it to you.
He's also known for being a little fucker.
Physically or not?
I don't want to get fucked by that.
I want to say he's really little, to say the least. No.
Yeah, no, I'm... Fuck no.
And side note, every time I go on Games Workshop's website, it is so hard not just to be like, add to cart and buy.
I know. But like, if you look up the Lord of Change demon, it's a big-ass bird with a staff. It throws magic, since that's what Zinch is all about. He likes his magic. He loves his psychers. We'll get into the Space Marine Legion that he fucking corrupted and turned to skeletons.
Yes, Lord of Change.
It's a giant fucking bird.
It is.
It is a bird.
Burb.
You call that a bird?
No, that's... I'm going to say that's more of a... Hey, he actually kind of looks like a Florida resident.
Fuck you, Florida.
It's like a lizard with wings.
Stream idea, Florida man, just random dates. Like, that game, just like, what did Florida man do today?
Right.
We gotta do that in Ves's stream, just for shits and giggles.
Oh, of course, just start doing
so much.
What else is new?
She's gonna kill us when she eventually hears of our ideas.
It's all good. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
It's a long list.
Kyle hasn't killed me yet. I've made it this far. I'm good.
Yeah, it's also a list. It's a long list of Ves. Yeah, she'll kill us for she has a long list of reasons.
Yeah.
I
choose chaos. The great uncleaned one. Ooh, that's a lovely intestines you got.
That's a Nurgle one. If you look up the great clean one, it's even more disturbing because it's the great unclean one, just made clean.
Nurgles. Nurglings.
Nurglings! They're adorable. I love them.
Oh, yeah, those guys are kind of adorable somehow.
Yeah, I know. They're adorable, and like this is terrifying, but you're the least terrifying thing way.
These guys look like the nightmare version of minions.
Yeah. And they pretty much act that way too. It's great. Before we get distracted with minions, banana. But yeah, then there's corn. Corn is the easiest.
Oh my god,
one
it's
to
corn.
describe.
Yeah, I see them. They look like just like regular classic red demons.
Yeah, corn is your Satan. But
Stan, he's great.
oh, I know, Stan, amazing. I wish that they brought him and Roger back.
Sloppity bile piper.
Yeah,
That's fucking great.
corn is the easiest one to describe, and he's got, honestly, in my opinion, some of the more entertaining pits of lore. Like, he has a fight pit in his realm that he has an orc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has an orc Wa in his realm, in this fight pit, eternally fighting, led by Tuska the Demon Killer. And the only reason he hasn't killed them off yet is because it entertains him.
I mean, that's a good way to stay alive.
Yeah. But where Torn is also, or we're not Torn, although Tornhelm, great fucking streamer. Where Corn is also like just, your traditional demon, kill everything. He is a very honorable killer.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't care necessarily where the blood comes from. He just wants you dead. But
Yep.
Corn will never stab you in the back.
Yeah.
Corn, for the most part, hates guns.
A little up and personal guy, I see.
Yeah. His followers like to shank you.
Okay.
If there are some that are, in spaceships, and yeah, they'll shoot you, they'll blow you up with the spaceship. But that's just since the other idea is ram you with the spaceship, and that will kill everyone. So Corn will be happy
Win-win.
either way. It's a win-win, exactly. Yeah, that's all I got on Corn. Corn is just like the easiest Chaos God to understand. He's an honorable guy. He will never, stab you in the back. It'll always be an honorable fight. That's his positive. He's the honorable one. He has a very chivalrous, we fight face to face feel to him.
I feel like it's like Satan from South Park.
Pretty much. Yeah, just a lot less gay. And YouTube overlords. That is not in the derogatory way. Satan had an affair with Saddam Hussein.
Yes. God, that was such a
Damn
fun
South Park.
episode.
That's a movie, man. The South Park movie. That's the whole point.
I know.
That was all Kenny's fucking back. That was all Kenny's story. That was great. Get the abuser out of that relationship. Way to go, Amber Heard. I mean, Saddam Hussein.
Let's move on.
That was a fucked up joke, but funny.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, but then you got Slanesh, right?
Yep.
So remember how I said the horny fucking space gods, or not horny space god, horny space elves fucked the god into existence?
Yeah, this is Slanesh?
Yep.
Looking at her right now.
Him, it, they, whatever it is.
Looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's effectively it's the god of pleasure. Where, someone would be happy with, music at volume 5. Slanesh bumps it up to volume 15. Like Slanesh makes bumping up to 11 look like a bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool models though, but it's
her Space Marines, the Emperor's Children, which we'll get to in actually a few minutes. Holy fuck, are they fucked up? But they're honestly like fucking coke fueled rockers, and it's fucking cool.
Coke fueled rockers.
They're literally called Noise Marines.
You just imagine a room full of Macho Man Randy Savage is hitting a rail of cocaine out there ready to fight.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, okay.
So every Chaos God has their, their champion.
Yep.
Some of them kind of whatever. Others pretty cool. Actually, let's get into those specific Chaos Marines. Some of the other ones are kind of, they're chaosy, but they're not chaosy. They're more just traitors.
Okay.
So Nurgle's one, the Death Guard. They're led by the Primarch Mortarion. Mortarion is now a giant Mothman.
Yep, I am actually looking at him right now. That is a pretty $160 for that fucking mini.
I know.
Holy shit!
The mini is like 24 inches tall.
Oh, that's how big that thing is.
Yeah, that thing is fucking huge. It's a tall mini.
But that thing looks badass. Like I could not imagine painting that. Holy shit!
But these fuckers are poison specialists.
Okay.
They'll work with the demons, and as they fucking approach the enemy, they could still be 7, 8, 9, 15 kilometers out, and you're getting hit with various diseases and plagues, and your armor's melting. Not just rotting, but melting, like, in front of you. Your tanks are rusting out everything, like your brand new, hot off the assembly line tanks. That's the Death Guard. The champion, Typhus, is known as the Destroyer Hive.
Okay.
He led the Death Guard to damnation. Effectively, he tricked Mortarion into the warp. And that they then were hit by a giant plague, and they pledged their service to, Nurgle. But Typhus got, Typhus Mary.
Marius.
Yeah. He
Typhoid Mary.
Yeah, Typhoid Mary, Typhus. I wonder what the connection is.
Oh, he's got a nice big old horn on him too.
That's not a horn.
Oh, he's got a little.
That's not a horn.
Oh.
He's the Destroyer Hive. That's a bone. He's a walking hive of insects.
I see that. Some little buggy. He's got some Nurgles.
Yep. He goes around in his giant fur ship. I forget what it's called. Something Entropy. And yeah, he spreads plagues.
Lovely. Yep. He sounds like a lovely fellow to have a drink with. It might be your last drink, but hey, it's a.
Oh, it definitely will be your last drink. Then we got the World Eaters. These are the crazy berserker motherfuckers. Like, these are the corn ones. These are the ones that they'll fly in at Mach 10 with a chain axe, not just a sword, but an axe with a chainsaw on it. They might shoot you in the foot, but that's just so that they can put the axe in their foot. Or put the axe in your face. You know, in Dawn of War, the Chaos Space Marines?
Yes.
These are them.
Ah.
Yeah. On paper, it's a Black Legion, but anytime you summon them, they're berserkers. They're fucking Chaos Berserkers. Their champion, again, Khorne, very simple. He's known as Karn the Betrayer. Karn the Betrayer.
So it's like you're like, we go way back, Karn and I.
Yeah, Karn's story's kind of fucked up. Since their Primarch, the World Eater's Primarch Angron, was a slave. He had what's known as the Butcher's Nails put into his head, which the Butcher's Nails increase like aggression and shit. Okay. Karn was the very first one of his Marines when they figured out how to remake them to get the Butcher's Nails. When they went traitor, at one point they were fighting with the Emperor's children because they're fucking assholes. Who knew the Slaanesh Marines were the fucking assholes?
Right?
Yeah. But they were fighting with them on this demon world in the warp that would like flash freeze. Well, his troop was
there's Karn.
Yeah, his troop would they wanted to retreat and regroup, Karn might have killed his entire troop and all the Emperor's children. Hence,
There are no
earning
survivors.
hence earning the name Karn the Betrayer, and becoming the champion of Khorne.
He's also the World Eater.
Yep, he is one of the World Eaters. That he is. They're actually there's rumors that their Primarch will get his Demon Primarch fucking model soon, Angron. I'm excited. I want to know what that's going to look like.
So, in the description of him, it's kill, maim, burn. That is his chant.
Pretty much, yeah. So now we've got the Emperor's children. The Emperor's children fall under either Hooker with tentacle mouth, screeching at you as they shoot you with noise, or Ozzy Osbourne as a Space Marine.
Passport is a Space Marine.
They're on everything under the sun.
And yet they can still function somehow.
It's the gift of their god. They're literally drugged out sex fiends.
Sounds like a good way to go.
Yeah, until you realize that your dick is a tentacle.
Yeah. Hentai's got to come from somewhere.
This is true. Their champion, Lucius, I believe that's his name. He's
Lucius Malfoy?
I wish. Easier to kill. But this dude, he's slightly stronger than the average Marines, and he's the champion.
Okay.
But he has a special power. Anytime that anyone takes pride in killing him, he will come back. He will take over their body and burst forth, and their screaming face will become part of his armor.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So he can't die, just about.
He can die, he'll just come back.
Yeah. Just don't brag about it.
Don't take any pride in it. Like, it is so fucking dumb that, and it's partially dumb, partially due to really shitty writing. At one point, this dude got blown up by a fucking landmine. The poor factory worker that made the landmine, the slave factory worker, that doesn't even know where the landmine was used, got turned into an instance of Lucius.
It's like, oh crap, we killed him accidentally in the story. How do we get him back? How did the mines get made?
Pretty much. Yeah, they're fucked. And then you've got the Thousand Sons. Tzeentch. His group.
Looking at that right now.
Yeah, they are literally space skeletons.
Makes sense.
Yep, they're under that really cool Egyptian armor is a skeleton. They're ash.
Yeah.
Tzeentch is kind of, goes against everything else, since his champion, by my understanding, is the Primarch Magnus. The Thousand Sons were the only ones that were all Psychers.
And what's a Psyker again?
Psychers are the Space Jedi.
Ah, yes.
The Space Wizards that fuck everything up, and if you're an Imperial Guard one, is equally likely to help you as summon a demon or explode.
Okay.
Yeah. If we eventually do the Horus Heresy, which will be extremely abridged, you'll know that Magnus, and the only reason that his sons even fell to chaos, was due to some really shitty parenting.
Shitty parenting in Warhammer? What?
Shaube, even on your worst days where you're like, holy fucking shit, I'm a bad dad, and we make fun of you and tell you no, you're not a bad dad and all that good shit. That couldn't compare to how shitty parenting this is.
Can't even describe it.
Can't even describe it. You can't. But yeah, so they're all Psychers. They all do warp sorcery, so dark side sorcery, all that good bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much all all the direct chaos groups. So there's one more group though. There is the Chaos Undivided. These are Space Marines or cultists that they just kind of serve chaos. They don't serve a specific god or whatever. They just kind of do what they want.
These are just a straight up Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you start with what were at one point the Luna Wolves and the Sons of Horus.
Okay.
The Black Legion. They are your generic. These are the bad guys. Fuck them.
Yep.
Their Primarch was at one point the leader of the Horus Heresy. Horus. Let's see. But yeah, no, they're assholes. They're assholes. They cause shit all the time.
Surprise.
Yeah, I know. Then you've got the Word Bearers. These guys are led by the Primarch Lorgar. And their whole thing is if you know how when people are really, really against church, they go into the church is brain worshipping you, blah blah blah, all that shit.
Wait, hold on. The train's what?
The church is brainwashing you, or like
washing.
Fuck off. It's been a long day, but yeah, the worshipping like fucking the church is brainwashing you, and how like every movie where they want the church to be the main villain, they make them into a giant evil cult.
Yep.
That's them.
Okay.
That is them. Ironically, the only reason they even turned to chaos again, most of these people, it's because of bad parenting from the Emperor. But the Emperor publicly bitch slapped his fucking kid, their Primarch, and then burnt down their Jerusalem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, no wonder they'd fucking turn to chaos. I wonder why. They're known for causing what's called a warp storm, which is pretty much like you can't get in or out of an area. There's too much warp bullshit going on.
Okay.
If you're in there, you're alone.
You're not getting out.
Yeah. Then you've got the Night Lords.
Night Lords.
I had to take a drink here.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, that guy looks pretty cool. Night Lord's Chaos Lord. Got like a little wing helmet.
Yep. You've seen like DC's Flashpoint, right?
No.
Like the animated movie where the Flash goes back in time, fucks with shit, and then Bruce Wayne's dad becomes Batman because Bruce Wayne gets shot and his mom becomes the Joker.
No, but now I feel like I need to go watch that because that sounds badass.
It is. It's actually really cool. It's a fucked up story, but it's really cool. The Night Lords are effectively Flashpoint Batman, since he's got no moral against killing anything. And he does it, he terrifies his enemies into submission by killing half of their people.
Lovely.
Meets the Mafia.
Meets the Mafia.
Yeah, but not like the Italian mob. The Russian mob.
Ooh.
Yeah. They come from a place called Nostromo. They like to call their words like gangsters poetry.
Okay.
It's not a Tommy gun. And then I got very confused at how people can think that gangsters poetry is not a Tommy gun. I was very confused. But a lot of the time it's like they'll say something, it sounds very, very light and fluffy, like elvish type bullshit, but it means something like horror that mates with dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, their Primarch has what's known as a screaming gallery. Or had, since he's dead now. He went kind of insane. Again, bad parenting could have fixed it. And like years of therapy. But yeah.
You mean good parenting?
It couldn't be any worse, but it probably wouldn't have been any better. A different brand of terrible parenting could have fixed it. Like they were the reason they turned to chaos was because one, the Primarch could partially see the future. He had
Okay.
some level of precognizance, clairvoyance. Conrad Curse, he's fucked. But he was going insane because of it.
Okay.
But the Emperor told them to go do terrorism. And then he condemned them for doing terrorism.
Go do this thing. All right. You did that thing. All right. Well, fuck you.
Dude, they're known for like a small raiding party will go and, you know, since they work in small teams mostly, that's what they do. But they'll go out, a small group of them will go out, kidnap, 100, 200 people as they can. And then they'll just leave. They'll fake retreat. Couple days later, they'll show up above the partying fucking capital, and since they're partying, like, oh shit, we beat off the Night Lords, we beat off Space Marines.
Yeah.
Then they'll start dropping the remains. Sometimes severed, sometimes flayed. Sometimes
lovely.
Sometimes skin suits.
Ah, yes. Puts the lotion on the skin.
He puts the lotion in the basket. And sometimes it'll be a skin suit and the still living dude until he hits the ground.
Not much more after that.
Yeah, then they die. But yeah, that's the Night Lords. They're terrorists. Batman meets the Mafia.
Got it.
Then you got the Iron Warriors, who these are pretty much the most neutral group that I think are the most neutral. Because they're heavy into tech. Like, where
Okay.
I think it's the Iron Fist or Iron Hands, whatever, the Imperium side, where they're like really big in the siege fortification and all that. The Iron Warriors are full siege. But they hate demons with a passion. They do what they want. They don't care about chaos. They just hide in the warp so they can grow their strength.
Okay.
Yeah. They hate demons. Eventually, their machines get corrupted by demons. But they'll actively hunt demons to put in their machines. So they don't have to sacrifice manpower.
I gotcha.
They use demons as tools to pilot their tools.
Don't like demons.
They make demons their bitches. For fun.
Okay. Makes sense.
Their Primarch might be getting a mini soon. To Perturabo. Or Perturabo, whatever you want to pronounce it as. Slight differentiation, blah. But they think that he's what's known as an obliterator, which is when a Chaos Space Marine Terminator gets corrupted by a demon, and they become what's known as an obliterator.
Nice.
Yeah, they think he's a giant one of them. He's a walking supercomputer. He's fucking cool.
That sounds pretty badass, actually.
Yeah. And then there's one other Chaos, maybe, Space Marine Legion. It's called the Alpha Legion.
I'm guessing they're the alphas.
There's something. Current lore, we think, because their whole thing is they're a spy network. That's all they are.
Okay.
They have stories with counter stories that contradict both first story and second story, but still makes plausible sense. Counter stories that confirm the second story and the third story, but make the first story seem like bullshit. They're those bastards.
Okay.
But they might not be chaos. Obviously, some of their ranks might be. But they have a habit of doing shit that helps the Imperium.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, every once in a while. They'll be like raiding. They'll jump on with, a word bearers or Night Lords raid for a world or whatever. And they'll sabotage them.
Interesting.
The Night Lord ship just suddenly vacuums everyone on board. And the Alpha Legion has bailed.
Night Lord act up. Oh, there it is. Night Lord. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Hydra Hydra Dominatus, the Alpha Legion. I think it's Hydra Dominatus. I know that the Night Lord's like battle cry is Ave Dominus Noct, which is like in the night, or like we're coming in the night. They're fucking, the Night Lords are edgelords.
Yeah.
They're edgelords. It's fucking great. But the Alpha Legion, they're equally as likely to fuck over the Imperium as help them. And because they're Primarchs, since, you know, when the Primarchs were made, they got yeeted into the warp and landed on a bunch of different worlds because reasons.
Yep.
The Alpha Legion's Primarchs, Alfarius and Omegon, Alfarius the first, Omegon the last, which is current lore. Alfarius was potentially the first Primarch found. He grew up on Terra. Like, I guess he was found like 5 blocks over from the Citadel. Like, that's how close he was. Omegon.
Right there.
Yeah, Omegon was literally the last Primarch found.
Okay.
But the lore indicates that he's like the other half of Alfarius. They are one soul split between 2 bodies.
Huh.
They're not twins. The Emperor only made 20 Primarchs. There are 21 Primarchs. 2 have been purged from history, and we don't know anything. Like lazy writing. And then there's
They make it work.
and then there's Alfarius and Omegon.
All right, so they're so like you've made comments like lazy writing. It's like at some point I'm sure you've probably read stuff, but it's people are like, are you guys just making shit up at this point just to get more minis out?
Yeah, definitely.
I would feel like that's probably a sore subject with the crowd, like the diehards.
Oh, probably. But it'll be the same thing like with sports. Like, if you realistically, anyone that watches sports knows that everyone in sports is a fucking asshole. We just accept that we like these assholes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Leaf fan. I know my team was shit for fucking years. I grew up in that era. I'm still gonna die hard watch them.
Yup.
You're a Red Wings fan. You get to experience that pain now. Ha ha, I'll send you a bag. Fuck you.
That's all right. You know, let's hope they're those young guys are on point lately. So
I'll still send you a bag. I'll send you my bag. I'll just replace the Maple Leaf sticker with a Red Wing sticker.
so the chaos is just straight up chaos.
That's all they are.
It is what
They're equally as likely to fuck each other over as they are to go fuck anyone else over. Like, none of the gods like each other. They rarely ever work together. And all the legions are just as likely to kill each other as to band together and go take out the Imperium.
I feel like there's a very common theme between everyone. It's like, we don't like anyone. We're just gonna keep fighting each other and fuck everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, if the Imperium and the Eldar actually work together for once in their xenophobic, goddamn prejudiced lives, they could easily take out most of the universe.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, they'd still have to deal with chaos, because of course they would. But at least then the Harlequins would actually help them. The fucking demon
the murder
clowns.
clowns.
Exactly. The murder clowns would help you. Like, what the fuck? Now.
Necrons?
Oh, the Necrons. These are... Remember how you said that Warhammer is like the best game of I'm not touching you?
Yep.
These are the ultimate I'm not touching you. They are Egyptian Terminators, man. So
I like that.
So they fleshed out their lore, but in the day it was like their lore was pretty much the killer robots. They have some stratagems, like I'll be back.
Oh god.
Yeah, they went full on. I'm not gonna touch you, but I'm gonna like there's a stick and I'm drawing the line like right at your toe. Like these.
Like, don't breathe. You're gonna step over the line, but there's a line.
Yeah. So they fleshed out their lore a little bit. The Necrons used to be like humanoid, but their planet was so cancer-ridden that they'd have like a 25 to 40 year lifespan.
Okay.
So they asked, the old gods of the universe, since they've been around for fucking millions of years, to help them get off the planet, to get away from this bullshit. And the old gods pretty much said, no, fuck you. So they turned to what they eventually found were effectively space star gods. And they tricked them into these giant-ass machines that were known as the biotransference. And they took the robots, these Necrons became robots.
Okay.
The star gods ate most of their souls. Unless you were of, since it's Egyptian themed, it was a pharaoh and king dynasty.
Satan Shard of the Void. That guy looks pretty badass.
Yeah, the Void Dragon. He's on Mars.
Oh.
Yeah. The theory, the leading theory, and it's been hinted at, is the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Void Dragon fucks with machines. The Adeptus Mechanicus originated on Mars, where the Void Dragon was.
Oh.
They think the theory is that their machine god is actually the Void Dragon.
Makes sense.
Yeah, anytime something didn't work, it was actually the Void Dragon just being an ass.
Which probably happens more than you would think, though.
Probably. But yeah. I do have to say, though, the Necrons have some of my favorite characters.
Yeah, these models, I love, like, the green that they have in these.
I listed 3 characters because they're entertaining as fuck. I'm going to go with the most entertaining to the least, since the final one's kind of depressing.
Okay.
The first one is, he's a lord. He's a fucking general lord for the Necrons. His name is Nemazor Zandrek.
Got him.
This fucking man, we don't know if he has, robo-dementia or not. He thinks he's flesh.
Oh.
He's a proper, chivalrous lord. He doesn't kill off enemy leaders. Prisoners of war are actually treated very well until they die. He'll actually have sit-downs for talks with these leaders and surrender talks. He'll do all that shit.
Okay.
And in the process, he'll try and eat shit like cheese. Since he thinks he's a human. Or human, like he thinks he's flesh.
What happens to him when he does something like that?
He just doesn't realize it. He thinks he ate it.
I didn't know if there was going to be like something like where it's like he eats a piece of cheese and he dies. And then out comes the one fucking guy that, corrupts people. And he's like, haha, death by cheese.
Oh, that's fucking great. Since there is a Catan called the Deceiver, it's the one that, mainly tricked everyone. Since, he's known as the fucking Deceiver. But Zandrek, it's why we don't know if he has robo-dementia or not. Since he publicly will say, like, oh, these Necrons are weird. They've painted themselves green and are just screaming for no reason and have no tactics. Orcs.
Oh, God.
But then he'll make side comments in the lore, and it'll be kind of those like, I know what's going on. I'm just being me. Wink. Fucking comments. So it's like, he could very well be crazy. He could just be playing it up. We don't know.
What's Johnny Depp's one line? He's like, I thought you were lying. He's like, but I wasn't.
Yeah. Zandrek's fucking great. Now, I barely put Zandrek ahead of this guy. This one actually has a book. It's called The Infinite and Divine, and it fleshes out his character so much. But his character Trazyn the Infinite. Trazyn the fucking Infinite.
I like his cloak. That thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's cool. Have you seen Moon Knight yet?
No, it's on my to-watch list.
God damn it. Okay.
Sorry, I don't have as much time as you. God damn it.
I know. Does Kyle get very obsessive when she's actually at work about like her work being done perfectly?
Yeah, that's what she does is perfection.
Yeah. And Kyle is amazing. I will, whenever you guys watch the thing, I will definitely be showing the shit out on here whenever I can and my stream, just because you guys are awesome and Kyle is amazing and hasn't killed you yet.
I make her coffee. That's the only reason why I'm alive.
Yeah, probably.
You think I'm joking?
Yeah, that and the paycheck helps.
Yes.
The paycheck, and you've said you give good back rubs, so those always help.
Yes.
But Trazyn, he is a archivist. I won't fucking ever call him an archaeologist. He's an archivist and a con man. He runs what's known as the Psalms Gallery. And this bastard will take things from everywhere, every race, everything. Like, at one point, an Inquisitor sent a fucking shit ton of regiments of guard, like full regiments.
Okay.
To take this guy out. And he responded to her with, "Thank you." Because he both thought that it was a gift and didn't think it was a gift at the same time. He wrote this, he made this gift. He made this gift thanking this Inquisitor for sending him replacement guards for some of his subpar collection. Since he makes he makes full size dioramas of shit in this in his gallery on the Solomons. And he kidnapped these fucking guardsmen.
It made him his own little pets.
Not just pets, although he does have pets. He does legitimately Pokemon Go Pokeball people. He traps them in these things called I think they're Catan cubes or whatever, where they'll trap people, and then he'll put scarabs, which are their kind of do all be all workers.
Yep.
These ones are the mind shackle ones, so they'll effectively mind control the motherfuckers.
Nice.
Yeah, in a giant battle that's fairly recent in lore called the Fall of Cadia, led by the Black Legion and Chaos, trying to take out Cadia because it's got some Necron tech that shrinks warp and shit. He threw out a shit ton of these motherfuckers. So he's got I think he pulled out an entire orc wah. He just captured an orc wah.
Just
threw it out.
Straight up.
Yeah, threw it out to deal with demons. He threw out fucking Space Marines from the Horus Heresy. He threw out a Custodian. He threw out this Inquisitor who's now become a major player in the scene again. Inquisitor Greyfax, who has a hinted at somewhat lesbian relationship with an Imperial demon, which is effectively just a demon, but because the Emperor is so powerful in the warp, they're the Emperor's demons.
Okay. If
that makes sense.
Yeah.
He threw out this Inquisitor, and the entire time everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, demons, stab. Oh, demon, stab. Work. Stab.
Stab.
Yeah. But this bastard, at the Fall of Cadia, the leader of the Imperial Guard there, Creed, I don't remember his first name, but this guy is dying on the battlefield. He just got the last of his survivors off the planet. He's going down with the planet. It was his planet. He will die. He is the captain. He will fall with the ship. And this fucker just comes out of nowhere and he's like, Creed, you see, you traded blows with the leader of the Black Legion. You fought off demons for weeks. You helped Cadia nearly not fall until he threw a space station at your fucking planet. You will not die here today. No, 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 no. You will be forever in my gallery. He just takes the motherfucker.
Yoink.
Yeah. Like,
I like you. You're my friend. I don't want to be. You don't have a choice.
effectively. Like, hell, the only reason why he even went to Cadia, since he did end up helping there, was because this fucking Sisters of Battle relic, like the church nuns with guns, their relic started banging in a stasis chamber. It shouldn't have, but it did. But the level of pettiness, because it was fucking with his shit, he threw it into the Eldar Webway, which is how they travel, and hoped that it inconvenienced the horny space elves.
Interesting.
He's like, this shit's annoying me. Yeet. Go annoy someone else.
I don't like it.
It's like just this giant bell that makes the Liberty Bell look like a midget. Like, that is the level of pettiness. This guy fought with another fucking Necron called Orican the Diviner for this MacGuffin. I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what it is, but it's the entire plot for the Infant and the Divine. And at one point, he's like, he gets so fed up with fighting over this thing that he just teleports into the Orican's place, shoots Orican in the face. Orican's like, what the fuck? And Trajan's like, I don't want to fight over it anymore. I just hate you. And it leaves.
So this guy's pretty freaking powerful, too.
It's not that he's powerful. He just collected everything.
Yeah, that too.
There's a Necron leading kind of a counter against, the last one that we're going to talk about, the Silent King. So he's like, you fucking abandoned us. Fuck you. He's called Imhotep the Stormlord.
Yep.
And he's got this giant staff. The
thing looks pretty badass.
Yeah. If you see his staff, though, it's called like the Staff of the Despoiler or something. Despiler, something like that. Trajan's banned from that from the Necron world that Imhotep rules because he tried stealing it.
Okay.
Like, he's banned from multiple Necron tomb worlds because he tried stealing their shit.
Like, I'm one of you guys, but I want this.
Yeah. He's like, he's not in it for anyone but himself. And that's what makes him great.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. It's like, it's 11. Don't worry, we're almost done. We got one more character, and I
You're good. You're good.
Good encompass of all, the major players in the game.
That the Anorak, the Traveler?
No.
Or the Diviner?
Neither. It is the Silent King.
Ooh.
So the Silent King, his whole story, and it's why I think that he's, he's important. I don't know a lot of his lore. I didn't bother to look it up.
There he is.
Since I'm fucking lazy. His model's cool as shit.
That is pretty fucking sweet with the thorn, or the throne.
Yeah. But his whole thing was, after the old ones told the Necrons to get fucked, he was like, I have to save my people somehow. I have to. We can't keep living this, like, we're just as likely to kill ourselves due to radiation poisoning as cancer or just natural causes. He is the one that, the fucking, the Catan deceived. He led his people to the fucking biotransference chambers.
Okay.
But eventually the Necrons rise up against these bastards after they've killed off a shit ton of old Eldar and Krorks. Because, if you remember the Krorks, they're stupid strong orcs.
Yep.
That were also smart. Fucking beat yourself, stupid. Of course the orcs would do that. But
why not?
Pretty much. But the Silent King, after they've realized, like, holy shit, these guys are actually assholes. He set his people to sleep. Millions and millions of years. Instead of going to sleep with his people, he went into exile. He voluntarily went into exile. He's like, the crimes I have committed against my people who I was meant to save and protect, are too much that he went into exile.
Wow.
He only recently came back because the Tyranids.
Goddamn bugs. Need someone to squash them.
Yeah, his whole thing now is he's trying to wake up his Tomb Worlds slowly, but he's dealing with issues. You know, you got the fucking flare virus, which we didn't talk about that. It's effectively a virus that turns the Necrons into like Nemazor Zandrak, but for flesh.
Okay.
So like they'll be fighting a bunch of humans, and then one Necron will just suddenly start trying to eat flesh. And then if they don't, then you know his buddy's going to, and his buddy, and his other buddy. There's actually been some new lore that's expanded on it, that it is a virus. And the Necrons kind of look at them like lepers.
Okay.
Yeah, they look at them like lepers. They look at it like this is a virus. They are sick, but we don't want to help them. There's nothing we can do.
Hey, we got a nice hole in the ground for you guys to go, just laying in until you die.
Either go to that dark pit over there, or yeah. Yeah. The Silent King, like, he's dealing with those. He's got Imhotep the Stormlord fucking betraying him and being like, fuck you. You led us to this ruin. Our damnation is because of you. I don't want to follow you anymore. Or you might be the fucking damnation 2.0. He's dealing with all that. The Necrons have an issue where waking up, a bunch of them don't live. Keep in mind, although some of them have fucking personalities still, they're effectively computers. Like, think about a month, you know, your computer's been completely off. You haven't touched it at all.
Yeah.
Like, just think about how slow it is to start up then. Add 65 to 100 million years, it might not start up.
Yeah, it's just got a couple cobwebs. You know, just get the duster. Psh, psh.
Yeah, it's just a copper wire. It's fine. But that's what the Necrons are facing, where some of them are waking up perfectly fine. Some of them have this virus. Others aren't waking up, or they're waking up but having a bunch of issues. Like Nemazor Zandrak, robo-dementia.
Sleeping on that one probably enhanced it a little.
One of there's the new lore for the fucking Necrons. It's called Twice Dead King. It's a whole series. It's got, I think it's a 3 series. Twice Dead King, Ruin, and something else. But one of the characters, it's like they woke up and they had issues, and they're twitching. Instead of, you know, approaching mental health in any other book or mental, can't think of word. Not illness.
Dementia.
No.
Mental health. Yeah, my brain is not working at its full capacity right now, for sure.
I am like biggest brain fart ever. Disorders. Fucking hell. You expect the person with ADHD to remember disorders. But like, instead of approaching, the way they approached it is they gave it to the robots. They gave the mental health disorders to the robots. So like, some of the Necrons have tics. Like they have Tourette's. Like, they'll be talking and they'll just be random word. Sometimes swear. Random word.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's what the Silent King's dealing with. His people. He's dealing with his people that either hate him, are, I wouldn't say cannibals, but zombie-ish for sure.
Okay.
Or they're no longer able to do things because of their disorders, or, you know, robo disorders, or they're not waking up. All while, you know, fighting humans and elves and the weird green Necrons that scream.
Just fighting everyone.
Yeah, all fighting everyone, and it's like I legitimately feel it's a sad story.
Mm-hmm.
It legitimately is. He tried to save his people, and he led them.
Yeah.
What's it saying?
That,
Every good deed leads, or the road to hell is filled with good intentions.
that I haven't heard, but I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, like that. It's literally the fucking. That's the Silent King.
Yeah, that is a little sad. I mean, cool character, obviously, like, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a little sad.
Yep. And that's the end of my notes. I got nothing. I got nothing. We've gone through all of the fucking. We've gone through it all.
Well, good on us.
In 2 hours and 20 minutes, we've gone through all the major groups and some funny shit, some fucked up shit, and some more funny shit.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds like us.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a normal day.
Yeah.
But I think that is a good time to call it though, because it is getting late for me, and
It is
you know I got
11:30. You got the little ones to deal with.
Shaube,
where can they find you?
like I don't know, just search Shaube, and you'll find me.
Yeah. If you're streaming, when you got time and, all the good shit where it won't wake up the kids.
Well, once the house is built and I actually get my own like little area and I can get
You
everything
your
set up.
office. Please tell me there's a little door that you're going to keep hidden from the kids for your office.
Oh, my office is in my closet, so it's going to be kind of like way up there.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can always find me just by searching in Zexel or Zexel Ridge anywhere. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. You look for a wolf on Twitter and Instagram, and yeah, Twitch is just
Pretty
Zexel
straightforward.
Ridge. Yeah, it's you get my chaotic bullshit.
Me, you get me not doing anything because I don't post to social media as much as I should yet.
You'll be getting there.
Maybe. We'll see.
You'll be getting there, and then obviously when Ves is we find a time where it works for her and she's not killing herself at work and stress and all that shit. Ves will be there. You'll find Ves or Sanguine Elegance or Kelly Crossfire, whatever she's going by, on Twitter.
Whatever her mood is.
Yeah, whatever her mood is for the day. On Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Vesmara, and the good old Harry. We still don't know his information.
Nope, Harry does not exist.
Harry exists in our minds, and we love him. But he's been busy as fuck lately working on the railroad. I've been working on the railroad.
All the little days.
Yeah, that's been Harry. So, yeah.
And on that note.
Yeah, on that note, before we get, anything.
All right, sir.
Have a good night, Shaube.
You too. I'll talk to you.